Good evening everyone. Hope you all are good. You know that our second semester has started. So today we will start with our physics chapter, that is radioactivity. Okay. As I already told you about briefly about radioactivity, okay, what is involved in radioactivity, right? So today we will study the process of radioactivity in detail. First of all, I want to tell you that radioactivity process is a natural process. It is not a man-made process. It is a natural process and it is defined as the spontaneous emission of radiations from a substance called radioactive substance, right? One more time, the substance which disintegrate by the spontaneous emission of radiations are called radioactive substance, right? वो substance, ठीक है, when break they release large amount of radiation. That substance is called radioactive substance and the process is called radioactivity, right? For example, the given elements produces spontaneous radiations. So uranium is there, radium is there, thorium is there, right? The element whose atomic number is more than 82, the element whose atomic number is more than 82, that element will produce radioactive emissions. Okay, and why they produce radioactive emission? Must be there is something in those elements, because they contain extra neutrons. Neutrons mean they contain more neutrons than protons. The element whose nucleus contain more neutrons than protons, that elements comes in the category of radioactive substance, right? That elements comes in the category of radioactive substance. So these radioactive elements emit some kind of radiations. These radiations are called Bequer radiations or rays. The radioactive elements that produces these radiations are called Bequer rays, and mostly these radiations are of three types. One is positively charged radiation, second is negatively charged radiation, third is uncharged radiations. The radiations that have positive charge is called alpha radiations, the radiations that have negative charge is called beta radiations, and the radiations with no charge or uncharged are called gamma radiation, right? Clear? Now we describe the process of radioactivity as a natural phenomena or a natural process. It is the process of spontaneous emission of alpha, beta or gamma radiations from the nucleus of the atom during their decay. Decay means during their breakdown, right? During their breakdown, when the nucleus starts breaking up, they produce alpha, beta, gamma rays. Why they produce alpha, beta, gamma rays? Why? Because they contain more number of neutrons than protons. Got it? Right? Next part. Next part is the radioactivity is the emission of alpha, beta and gamma radiation. As I told you, it is a natural process. It is a natural process. Why? Because it contains more number of neutrons than protons, right? And one scientist was there, that was Rutherford. He studied the process of radioactivity, right? He studied the process of radioactivity. What he have found? He found that the rays could be classified into three different types of rays, and these rays have different penetrating power. Means they can pass through other substance also. Means they have different penetrating power, right? So one type of radiation could barely penetrate through a paper. As we know that some radiations even pass through paper and some radiation they can't pass through the paper, right? So some radiations pass through the elements also, some other metals also, right? Some radiations can't even pass through the paper, and some radiations can pass through the metals, right? So there are number of radiation whose penetrating power is different from one another, right? So there are three types of radiations: radioactive radiations, alpha, beta and gamma radiations, right? Each radiations have different charge, and they behave differently in magnetic field and in electric field, right? As I have made a diagram here, what is given here? Here we have a container, right? It is formed of lead. As I told you, some rays even pass through metals, okay, even pass through lead. So this is a container formed of lead. In this container there is a radioactive substance, right? Radioactive substance means it is unstable, right? It starts producing alpha, beta and gamma rays. Now magnetic field is applied around this radioactive substance, right? Some rays will deflect towards the left, some rays will deflect to the right, and some remains unaffected, right? The rays that deflect towards the left are called alpha rays. The rays that deflect towards the right, they are called beta rays, and those are unaffected, they are called gamma rays. It takes place in the presence of magnetic field, right? When magnetic field is applied, alpha, beta, gamma rays behave like this, right? In the second experiment, what they have done, they have applied a electric field. In place of magnetic field, they applied a electric field. Same thing is there, lead box is there, radioactive substance is there. This substance will produce some rays, that is alpha, beta, gamma rays. Beta rays will move towards the positive electrode. This is a electrode. This is a electrode, this one. Beta ray, some rays will attract towards the positive electrode, and some rays will attract towards the negative electrodes. As you know that opposite charges attract each other. That means if it is attracted towards the positive electrode, that means the ray must be negative, right? And the ray that is attracted towards the negative electrode, that means it must be positive. So what type of ray it is? It is a alpha rays, it is a beta rays, and the rays that is not affected by electric or magnetic field is a gamma rays. Clear? I hope you understand this part, right? So we will finish the topic here only. Please go through the topic and we will discuss your problem in the Zoom class. So goodbye.